Welcome back. Today, we'll be talking about Tribe 9. It's a new game that just came out. The art style for it is really pretty. I really enjoy it. As you've probably seen a little bit of it, it's basically, how do I describe it? It feels very much like a game first and like gacha second. Um, you don't get to see the beginning part because, I played that off video. I was gonna say off stream, but I don't stream. But that was done off video. And it's been a really, really fun game. Like, I've enjoyed it a lot. The story is very intriguing. The gameplay is very interesting. There's a couple of things I want to talk about that definitely need improvement in this game, but overall, I've had a very fun experience. I would highly recommend anyone who has a phone, a PC, give it a try. Like, worst case scenario, you don't like it, you delete it. But, as you've seen from the little clips here, the world that you traverse is like this 2D pixelated type world. And when you get into combat, that's when you get like the 3D models. And or when you're in story. When you play story, you also get to see like 3D models. And on top of like this world being like 2D pixelated, there's a lot of like little Easter eggs and things for you to find and pick up. Like each level, floor, place that you're in, you'll want to like go around the whole place and see if you can find any hidden chests, any hidden graffitis, any hidden tokens, like things you can grab. And it'll always pop up with like a little thing saying, oh, you can click on here. And it's really fun. Like, I've enjoyed it a lot. In fact, I probably spend most of the time in this game just like running around and collecting chests and trinkets and stuff. And it's very interactive. I think that's the right word I want to use for it. I don't know. It feels a lot more like story than actual like gacha game, which is probably why I've enjoyed it so much. It feels like a breath of fresh air compared to like other gacha games. Now, the problems with it, there's quite a few. For one, the amount of tokens you're able to get in this game to get characters is very low. Now, that could just be my fault for like not getting further in the story and stuff yet. I've only played at most like 2 hours of this game. But tokens aren't very available. Like, you can't really find them. Another thing, the story is only in like JP dub and ENC sub. So if you're someone who needs like English dub for your games, this may not be the game for you. Me personally, I prefer English dub, but I can easily still play a game with sub. I just, speed read it and I'm good. As long as the story itself is good, which this one has been great, I am like locked in, then I'm able to just, ignore the fact that there's no dub in it and just be good. Another thing, a lot of the places that you gotta go to, you're basically walking around to reach them. So, like, let's say there's, like, this chest all the way across the map, and, like, you can see the chest, but there's, like, this wall blocking your way. So now you gotta, like, run around the map and find your way around to that chest. And for me, there's been a couple of times where I'm running around to get to this chest, and I have to find my way back out of the spot where I found the chest. I know that's a little convoluted and hard to kind of understand. I'll try to like find the clip and like speed or 2 times speed it. That way you can kind of see what I'm talking about. There's a couple of times where I'm kind of like running around the map just trying to find things. I don't know if it's me not knowing where like teleporters are and stuff, or there being too few teleporters, or maybe it's just like a me problem and it's not that big of a deal. But it's something I would bring up. Another thing, combat. There's a lot of easy battles. Like, there's a lot of, like, low level, like, even bosses, but, like, enemies, mobs. It's like in Wuthering Waves when you find, like, them little echoes just spread across the world. Except for instead of you being able to just kind of run around them, you're forced to interact with them. Because what they do is, like, they have little sensors where, like, they can sense your character. Which, like, yes, technically, if you don't get sensed, you don't have to fight them, but that's not always available. And you also don't want to do that because, as far as I'm been playing the game, I haven't found a spot where you can actually get materials to level up your character. So, you kind of need these battles in order to level up your characters. But the problem is these battles are super easy and not hard to do, so when you get into these battles, it feels like you're just kind of button mashing and then it's over. And then it's back to the same old, and you're back to doing what you're doing. But I feel like they either need to add like an auto button, or like maybe if you're like a certain level above the enemy, maybe you can just like one hit kill it or something. I don't know, they need to figure out something, because the little battles that are like super easy are just really boring to do. And it'd be great if we could like one hit kill them, or I don't know, auto battle, something along those lines. But other than that, like when you actually get hard bosses or like mini bosses around in the world, they're really fun because the combat has a lot to it. You have like a counter attack, you have a dodge, you have a normal attack, you have like a special attack, and then there's like a second special attack, and then you also have ultimate, and then on top of that you also have these, like, if I were to use Wuthering Waves terms in order to kind of simplify it, it'd be like intro outro skills, except for it's like one after the other. So it'd be like you doing attack with like your one character, and all of a sudden, boom, now you're able to go into like this mode where you're able to switch characters, and your characters do like special like counter attacks against the enemy. I know that probably didn't make any sense. I'll have like a clip of it above, that way you can kind of see, but like that's, the combat is really interesting. It's just when you don't have enemies to go against it with, or like enemies that are worth fighting, it kind of sucks. But overall, this game has been really fun. I've been enjoying it tremendously. The story has been really great, really intriguing. Like, the way the story starts off is like absolutely awesome. I just highly recommend you give it a try. Like, even if you don't play it for long, even if you quit soon after, I definitely recommend just giving it a shot. Give it like an hour of your time, maybe even 30 minutes. Like, it's super fun. Also, on top of that, this game has like a unique gear system. Like, this gear system right here is sort of like a Tamagotchi sort of thing. Like, depending on how you build this little like creature, it gives you like different buffs. I don't know how it works like that well yet, mostly because, you know, I've just basically reached the ability to like get this thing and mess around with it, but I'm really excited to see like where they go with it and like what you'll be able to do with it. And like, not only is this like little gear system here interesting, the way that like you also have like, you know, other games have like weapons or light cones, something else like that. This game does something different, where instead of you having like a weapon for your character, you have like these cards that act as like weapons. And like, you're able to have up to 5 of them, and they all do like something different. The way they described it in the game was like, it's a little memory thing, and the memories are powerful and they help you have more power or something like that. Anyway, It's just a really interesting system that I can't wait to explore more of. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. I'll be playing this game a lot. I'll probably cover it and cover anything else that I find interesting. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys try it out and have fun too. But anyway, that's all for me. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.